Bela Lugosi is dead. The Count in the Dark. He had the most famous stare in cinema history. He defined the vampire for over a century, but while the world saw a monster of the night, Bela Lugosi was living a real-life horror story. A man who became a prisoner of his own cape, struggling through addiction and poverty while his face was plastered on every theater in the world. This is the tragic descent of the man who was Dracula. Welcome to Hollywood's shadow reel. Bela didn't start out as a monster. In his native Hungary, he was a respected Shakespearean actor and a war hero. But when he fled to America, he arrived with nothing but his talent and a thick, heavy accent, just like me. But worse. Hollywood saw his exotic look and gave him the role of a lifetime. Dracula. It was a blessing that became a curse. He played the Count with such chilling perfection that the industry decided he could never be anything else but Dracula. He was typecast, locked in a coffin of his own making, an outsider who was too foreign for a hero and too iconic for anything but a ghoul. As the years passed, the big roles dried up. To cope with the physical pain of old war injuries and the mental toll of a fading career, Bela turned to morphine. He became one of the first Hollywood stars to go public with his addiction, a move that was unheard of in the 1950s. The tragic part? Toward the end, he was so desperate for work that he teamed up with the worst director of all time. You know who I'm talking about, Ed Wood. He was filming scenes in suburban backyards for movies that were barely coherent. A legend reduced to a shadow of his former self, wandering through the twilight of his years in a daze of painkillers and memories. In 1956, Bela Lugosi's heart finally gave out. But even in death, he couldn't escape the character. Per his own request, or perhaps because he truly felt he had become the Count, he was buried in his full Dracula costume, cape, tuxedo, and all. He went into the earth as the monster the world had forced him to be. He outlasted the studios that abandoned him by becoming an immortal icon. But the price was his very soul. Bela Lugosi proved that some roles never end. He was a man who gave us our nightmares while living through his own. He died a pauper, but he remains a king of the dark. Is it better to be forgotten or to be remembered as something you are not? Think about that.